The manpower of the Polish army is to increase to 300,000 soldiers by 2035. The government also anticipates an increase in defence spending. This year alone, Poland will spend 4% of GDP, or almost 140 billion zloty, on defence. In this respect, in percentage terms, Poland is a leader in NATO. How Donald Tusk ran Polish affairs then, when he ruled jointly with Civic Platform and PSL, gigantic unemployment, the disarming of the Polish army, and a policy that yielded on its knees not only to Berlin but also to Moscow. Record military spending is the government's response to threats posed by Russian imperial policies. Despite the facts, the opposition keeps repeating its anachronistic analysis. Half of the Krab howitzers, which are in Poland, and half of the K2 tanks from Korea, appeared in the parade yesterday. Contrary to appearances, yesterday's parade was a bit of an attempt to wash away such a sin from Minister Błaszczak, who pretends to buy things, but there's no such equipment in Poland, while Russian missiles and helicopters enter Polish airspace as they please, and there is no reaction from the military. It is worth recalling that just before the Russian aggression against Ukraine, the opposition wanted to reduce defence spending. Want peace? Get ready for war. According to the metaphor of this Latin maxim, we can say, if you want peace, arm yourself and have a powerful army, because then any possible potential aggressor will think a few times before attacking Poland. We will soon become the strongest land army in Europe. On the 15th of October, in a referendum, Poles will decide, among other issues, a question on the security of the country. The fourth question concerns a fence on the border between the Republic of Poland and the Republic of Belarus. That's what the left and the left in Europe is for. Everything should be open, a multicultural approach. Let's mix whatever. This is one world, and the Civic Platform has pulled the cards. I'm a chess player, and I do a simple analysis. Because if they had voted for this resolution, they would have exposed themselves to the power holders, Berlin and Brussels. And what would Manfred Weber say? What? Are you against what we are playing with together? And if they voted against it, they would be revealing themselves to the Poles. The Polish army parade caught the attention of the world's media. Reuters, the BBC, Deutsche Welle and CNN all agree that the military review was a message addressed not only to Moscow, don't even try to attack us, but also to voters. We care about your security. The parade showcased the latest technologies that Poland has already or will soon have in its arsenal. US M1A1 Abrams tanks, South Korean K2 tanks and K9 howitzers and Polish Krab howitzers. If we look at the technical modernization of the Polish army today, it is very dynamic, very fast process. It is the result of the war in Ukraine. On top of that, there was a crisis on the Polish-Belarusian border which required very intensive and rapid action on the part of the Defense Ministry. Unfortunately, it also needs to be said that in many cases the Defense Ministry limits access to information by not publishing plans earlier. Despite the 35-degree heat, the parade was watched live by more than 300,000 people, Warsaw residents and numerous guests from all over Poland and abroad. However, the official delegations of the opposition parties and the Senate Speaker were absent. The boycott of the parade of these celebrations testifies as badly as possible to the very low state instinct of the main opposition representatives, and especially incomprehensible is the absence of the Speaker of the Senate. Civic Platform is in an uncomfortable situation, which it created itself by degrading the Polish army and liquidating more than 600 units in eastern Poland. I think it chickened out. It didn't have the courage to stand beside those in power, who have great successes when it comes to rearmament. Ukrainian station Nexta published a video comparing yesterday's parade in Warsaw with the one held in Moscow on the 9th of May to mark Victory Day. The first footage, from the Polish capital, shows numerous modern equipment, tanks, helicopters and planes, while the second shows almost empty streets with only one tank driving on them.